Hello Capricorn, welcome in. I'm Trace and I'm bringing you your next 2 weeks messages just to see what's coming in for you and what you can focus on and what you can expect to come up, what you don't see coming. All right Capricorn, welcome into those who are here for the first time. I really and truly appreciate your presence. If you like what you see, consider subscribing and I'll be so happy to have you here. All right, let's see what's coming up for you Capricorn. What is happening for you for the month, the rest of this month? And you got prosperity sisters are happiness and joy. It's such an odd card, this, isn't it? But it's a beautiful message, because what it's saying to you is that when you don't know what prosperity is, you don't know what happiness and joy is. And prosperity is a beautiful word, and it's got sisters, and the sisters are happiness and joy. So let's see what comes through for you. That is a lovely message coming through. I want to just draw your tarot cards around that, what to expect from this, where to next, what do you do with this happiness and joy, how's it going to form in your life, how do you balance that out in your life. Let's have a look Capricorn. Capricorn, for the last 2 weeks of July, what don't you see coming? I always remember Capricorn that the cards don't tell you what to do. They just bring an energy in that you are given a suggestion here. This is the energy, what's happening around you. It's a collective energy. You must just take what you need and just know that it's not a I need you to do this kind of energy. It's an energy of this is a little suggestion for you, and focus on this and understand this, and yes, see what's coming up next for you, Capricorn. I like that. I pushed those in. I should have taken them there. Right, let's see what else comes up. You got that one, Capricorn. And what else is showing itself? That one. All righty, and we have spiritual strength. This is the Nine of Wands. Beautiful. Really like that. And then we have movement, choices, decisions. And this is number 2, and it is the Two of Pentacles. So what this is saying to you is that prosperity, sister, and happiness and joy is because of what you are doing, how you are doing it. This is a suggestion to say to you that you have been working really hard. The Nine of Wands is a card to say that you are in a space of, okay, I'm hanging in there, I'm pushing through, I know I've got more in me, even though I am exhausted, even though I feel extra exhausted and foggy. Perhaps I'm overly nostalgic. Perhaps there's been so many things that have coming up in my life that are making me feel, oh, I wish I had prosperity like 10 years ago. Perhaps you're thinking, I really wish I didn't have to work so hard. It was so much easier in those days. But what happens for you too is that we can't only live a spiritual life, Capricorn. We have to, as you know, you're the hardest worker. You've got ambition. You have to have organization. We have to have technology. Technology chases us everywhere. It's not going away, unfortunately. That the new steps into technology change every day. But there's so much supportive energy in that. So try to be aware of all of that happening around you right now and use it to your advantage. Use that as a strength for you. And spiritual strength comes in to say to you, even though you are working in a very modern world and there is all this AI and perhaps you're feeling a little bit inadequate at the moment because you've got to learn about something every 5 minutes, but change is constant. So you can either make friends with it one step at a time, or you can let it grab you by fear and be scared of the whole situation going forward and get more exhausted. But you've got the strength. You've got that what is the word, that duration, that I can't find the right word, Capricorn, but it's that stamina. That's the word I was thinking of. You've got the stamina, and the spiritual strength is saying to you, look at this beautiful God in the background. That is you. That is your higher self saying, you can do this. Just hang in there. It feels a little bit all over the place, but remember that prosperity comes with happiness and joy. So if you're working for prosperity, if you are allowing other personalities to get to you and technology to get to you, and let that kind of world be their benefit and not your benefit. Stay aware. Don't lose your ability to think for yourself. Trust your own judgment here. So the next 2 weeks can bring a lot of emotional cleansing as well, because it's a time of clearing, and when you're feeling that exhaustion that you might feel here, because this card comes up when you're feeling, oh, I just can't do it anymore, I'm so exhausted, I'm so mentally over it. You might even have anxiety, you might have pressure on your body, you might not be doing any exercise because you're so stuck in the process of life, the change. It just feels all over the place right now. Spirit is saying, you know what, get back to your center. The world is not going to stop. And unfortunately, this card is saying to you, when you have that, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately, it's a card to say that you have a choice. You have a choice. You either let that get to you. You can see this guy's looking at your marriage. He's looking at your heart center here, looking at your mind, and then there is your tangible life. You've got movement always. You've got choice always. Change is constant. So how are you deciding to let that affect your life? Trust your own judgment again, and try use this time to release what doesn't serve you any longer. If you're feeling disconnected, ground yourself. And you know, Capricorn, you are one of the most grounded signs. You know, you've got that ability to let grounding be your beacon, if I want to say that, because you are an earth sign, and earth signs are very much for that, very much for grounding yourself in. So when you're feeling the turmoil right now of all the planets that are on retrograde, you can confidently execute your plans as if they were on the back burner and collaborate them easily, because you're making the choices to have movement, to keep going, to make your decisions, and to trust yourself. And that is just the simple message today, is to just keep in that relief every single day by saying, you know what, I'm allowing myself to keep going. I've got more in me. I've got so much happiness and joy around me. I need to look for the prosperity, because there it is. There's the happiness. There's the joy. All right. Let's see what your oracle card coming in for you says. And then, you know, we've got Leo season coming in on the 22nd. And Leo season brings self-expression, brings confidence. There's a lot of happening around the Leo season, which can lift up your whole personality again. And you can pay attention to those feelings. And that is what this card is saying to you. Just keep that circle going round and around and around. You need to. And this card wanted to come out as well, so I'm going to use them both. You've got, now, new psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. And this is what the spiritual strength is. So these are two-part base to your life, Capricorn. Each of us have that spiritual side of us, and we have the physical side of us. And that is what your Two of Pentacles is saying to you, is that when you decide that I do have that side of me, that is what balances you out. That is what this new epiphany comes to you. And that getting rid of the old ways that don't serve you helps you to release, okay, I'm not only a human being, a robot that has to keep on going, because that will imbalance you, and that won't feel safe and familiar for you. And that, you know, you need to be comfortable with that, to know that, okay, there's a time for me to be spiritual, there's a time for me to have prayer, there's a time for me to have meditation. And then your index card is, you have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. And that's Archangel Gabriel. So what this is saying to you is everything around you is always about communication. You are brave. You have a lot of spiritual strength. There's a lot of communication that you can tell yourself and those around you. And you become an example to others. And others need to follow you. And Capricorn, that is a very ambitious part of who you are. You are that prosperity. You do help all your sisters and brothers around you to show them happiness and joy, and that is so important, because we all need somebody to follow. And I've always said to you that, Capricorn, you're the first responder. You're the one that gets out there and does everything first and is the brave one. You that sign. So let's see what else is coming in for you. Your last little message is, finding a feather is a sign from the guardian angels by your side. Now, be aware of that, because if you aren't aware of that, if you are busy so much with your material world that you don't see the little signs, Spirit is trying to show you that, to say spiritual strength. They just want to show you that butterfly, that little feather, that little radio that gives you a message to say, we are here, we are with you always, and we're always supporting you. And that helps you with the biggest backup that you can ever feel. Then you go, focus on your dreams. Allow the power of manifesting to start now. So, Capricorn, a nice 2 weeks coming up for you. Allow the prosperity and joy. Spirit is telling me to look at the bottom of the deck, and we have overtake your intuition. Now, overrate your intuition. I love that, because Spirit is saying to me, bottom of the deck, and I don't know if it was this one or where it was, but I'm going to do them all. What the hell? So, overrate your intuition. So, when you feel your intuition, when you feel that you've got a spiritual pull, use it to bring it into your tangible life. And the bottom of the deck here, material harvest. Okay, that's what you wanted to hear. This is the bottom of the deck. Thank you, Spirit. So this is the Nine of Pentacles saying to you, don't stress. You're doing so well. You're doing so much better than you think you can. And this is a card to say, you got there all by yourself. your material harvest, your spiritual harvest will come through your material harvest. So understand that your balance between your spiritual life and your tangible life is coming into effect, and that's your prosperity. And that is your happiness and joy for the next 2 weeks. Take care, Capricorn. I'll chat to you soon.